Yeah, this is one of those times where I can take a Tommy cover, bring it to my older sister who was into this song so much when it came out in 1985, and she'd be so amped up to actually hear a metal song, which is funny because she's never, ever been amped to hear a metal song. All right, seriously. Tommy's into something now. I think he's found something that really works well for a lot of people. He's going back to the 80s. He's been doing this now for a few months, and he's kind of found this way of reinventing classic 80s hits, but making them in a way that those of us who lived in the 80s go, man, if only it had this. And then Tommy puts that into the song. For instance, this is St. Elmo's Fire or Man in Motion, depending upon which story about the creation of the song you believe. In 1985, there was a movie called St. Elmo's Fire, and it took the nation by storm. In the middle of all this John Hughes, Pretty in Pink, Breakfast Club, teenage high school angst, one movie came in and it wasn't about teenagers. It was a little bit above that. And all the 20 somethings went off on this thing like it was the first season of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. Like it took the nation by storm. The entire summer of 1985, this song was played at nauseum. Nauseum. Now, I was 11 and I wasn't into it as much, but my older sister, oh my God, her and all of her friends, because she was 20 at the time. Oh, this was the song. Now, I have to understand, this song came out after the whole the tidal wave of Journey's explosion with Steve Perry had ended. So this was the next song that made everyone just feel like they could accomplish things. It was kind of an inspirational feel. And it was this, it was just something about this song and this movie that just captivated the world. Now, here's the thing. The song has a lot of those synthesized horns in it. A brass section, but it was like synthesized. And there was that classic dun 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 dun, dun, you know, that classic 80s movie trope, rocky guitar roll in it, you know, that had kind of a rock feel, but it was still very poppy with all the little synthetic little horn sections. Dun, 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 you know, very Beverly Hills Cop, you know. You're getting it. You're getting it now. If you're from the 80s, you know what I'm talking about. And if you're too young to understand it, believe me, it was a dark time. It's a dark time of the Emperor and Miami Vice. Luckily for us, the Jedi have returned with Electric Callboy and now Tommy to make everything right. So Tommy's going to go in here and do it right. Now, no offense to the original. The original is quintessential. The original is a classic. The original defined a year, defined a summer. But Tommy's going back and making it metal. In not overage, he's not going heavy metal, but he's going power metal with it. Just the way we like it. And with that, my name is Old School Nerd. I've talked for 3 minutes and 30 seconds about a song that I just want to react to with all of you. I was kind of excited for this one. I'm sorry. It might be the medicine. I'm on a lot of medicine still because, as you can hear, still not better. It's been a month. I've been sick for a month, guys. That's ridiculous. All right, let's get into this. Tommy Johansson, St. Elmo's Fire. By the way, John Parr, great job. Go back and look at the video for Man in Motion by John Parr, which is St. Elmo's Fire. Back in those days, you could be a rock singer, smoke a cigarette while singing the song on stage live on TV. Think about that. Wait a minute. Hold on. So I was looking at Tommy's baby face because how can you not, right? And I just did the math. Tommy could be a St. Elmo's baby. You know what that is? Okay. Tommy could be a St. Elmo's baby. If you go and do the math, you look at how old Tommy is, realize what year Tommy was born, and then go back 9 months and realize that it's a very good possibility this song was playing the moment Tommy was conceived into the universe. Wow. Okay. That was an image. Okay, we're done with that. Whew. Let's move on. I am going to hell. There we go.
Just once in his life, a man has his time, and my time is now.
Tommy lives in the wrong decade. I'm sorry. Tommy needs to go back 40 years in time and dominate the world. I mean, it would be like Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury, Tommy Johansson. Oh, and Madonna and other people. But like Tommy gets it. Like Tommy, we understand Tommy is of the 80s, but like just everything about Tommy would be perfectly positioned in the 80s. I think that's why so many of us who are in our 40s and in our 50s can look at this guy and go, man, he gets it. You know, he's literally recreating the music that formed us who we are, that last generation X before the millennials started. And just, it was, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, before Tommy even really started all this, I was a fan of Tommy with Sabaton and Majestica and all this other stuff. And then he started this YouTube thing and he started doing the Disney stuff as a Sabaton song. You guys remember that, right? Loved it. Loved the Disnaton or Sabani or whatever you wanted to call it, right? But it was fun. It was quirky. It was unique. And then he started playing around and then something changed and Tommy's focus changed after this last Christmas, where he just started making music from that lost era where minimalist pop music kind of dominated the world in the 80s. And he's just elevating it with a very pure, clean power metal feel in a way that Tommy can do vocally that most people can't. And I think he's really carved a unique spot for himself. One of my favorite cover artists is a guy by the name of Just Joe Syracuse, okay? And he toured with Halocene and Lauren Babick last year, and amazing guy, super dad, super guy. He's an amazing piano player, and he's got an amazing sultry power low-end vocal. And he takes metal songs or any type of song and makes it into a piano ballad, okay? So if you love that kind of classic Billy Joel songer, crooner kind of feel to it, but Slipknot, he'll do it. Tommy's doing the same thing, except Tommy is taking any type of song and he can make it into an 80s power metal song in the best way possible, with classic Bruce Dickinson level piercing vocals, but yet with super clean guitars. And he does it effortlessly, and he does it in a great way. And not only does he take any song and put it like that genre, he can also take the originals from that genre of the 80s and elevate them. This is one of the reasons why I love Tommy's stuff on his personal channel. I'll always love Sabaton. I'll always love Majestica. Also, Tommy, gotta talk to your boy Chris. Holy crap, his new one. Oh my God, the bass player from Majestica. Holy crap, dude. That dude's putting out some great music too. Check him out. But yeah, I'm stopping the video for just a moment to say to all the Team Tommy people, all the Tommy heads, Team Tommy, Tomatons, Tommy Tons, which is a great reference if you're a Star Wars fan. And the only reason why I say this is because a lot of you Tommy Tons would take a lightsaber, cut Tommy open and crawl inside of his skin because you're sick like that. Y'all need help. But no, seriously, I think this is why every Friday I'm looking to see what Tommy's doing. Just like I do with Leo Maracchioli and Frog Leap, just like I check out everything that Just Joe Syracuse is putting out, is because there's some really creative people doing some amazing music that brings us back to that time. And for those of us like me who were around, I was alive. I was 11 years old, and I remember watching my older sister and all of her girlfriends play this song on repeat at nauseum. I've heard St. Elmo's Fire so many times. In just the summer of 1985, I didn't want to hear it again. That's how much I heard it. And this version makes me happy. That's what Tommy does. Tommy can take a song you've heard a million times over the last 40 years, make it new enough to where you're like, put it on my playlist. Have you ever heard it before? Yeah, like 47 million times, but put that one on my playlist because Tommy did it right. Or not right, he just elevated it for my tastes. Team Tommy knows what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right, let's finish it up. Wow. Wow. All right, seriously, real quick, for those of you who don't know the story of St. Elmo's Fire and John Parr's Man in Motion, look it up. There's some really good interviews and articles and some historical stuff about it, little sub-documentaries you can find on YouTube and on Reddit that tell you the story. It was really one of the first songs ever where a song promoted the movie and a movie promoted the song crosswise, where there was a cross promotion between a song and a movie to elevate both. In fact, the original song was not St. Elmo's Fire, it was Man in Motion. And it was picked up, put together, some edits were done, some things were changed, and together, cross promotionally between radio and movies, both became huge, enormous hits in 1985. Before that, music really never exemplified movies, except like Top Gun, and of course, anytime Queen did a Flash Gordon movie, things like that. It was very rare that music played that much of a portion in the promotion of a movie. Until Top Gun, and then St. Elmo's Fire, and of course, Flash Gordon, Highlander with Queen. It was very rare, but when it hit just right, it captivated the nation. This was definitely one of those times. So my name is Old School Nerd. That's Tommy Johansson, the effervescent Tommy Johansson. For all of the Team Tommy people, thank you so much. I feel like you guys have really kind of brought me in because you guys know how much I love Tommy, and my family loves Tommy, and we send blessings to him and to his family as well. All right, guys, that's it. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Hey, look, we got more coming up. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. And if I don't see you again for another week, remember next Friday, Tommy Johansson, my reaction every week. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right there. Big thank you to all my Patreons out there. We appreciate everything you do. If you want more content like this video, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.